Good morning from the West Coast. It's time for a second Monday morning Messy Moto. In this episode, we'll add a laptop shelf to the garage setup. This will help us reclaim space on the workbench and finalize the wiring for all 5 cameras in the garage. Let's get started. First, Supervisor Sylvie had to be fed and ran around the yard. Then, she helped me gather all the materials needed for the project. I've been itching to use the random wood in the back room. It's pieces of scrap and wood left by the previous owners. Nothing special, but this is a great time to get rid of a bunch of it. Next, it was time to put pride aside to record some scratch drawings for the project we were about to take on. The laptop is 17 by 13, and the design should leave room for fans to breathe underneath the laptop. It gets sweltering hot in the garage during the summer. The workbench was built during 109-degree weather just last week, so any help we can give the laptop is a plus. We're also adding a 2x4 to hold the laptop battery just under the shelf, and we have to decide what supports we should use, but we'll get to that later once we see how the base turns out. The wood we're using for this project is scrap from the workbench we just made. Now it's time to start measuring out the bottom side of the base where the fans would be able to breathe. You can see the scientific Messy Moto method of measurement that I sometimes use in the most critical and strategic moments. So off camera, I cut the 2 bases and 2 13 by 1 inch pieces of wood to secure the base together. We're using 2-inch screws to secure the wood to the base. Now the drill does go through into the table a few times. That's going to be another Messy Moto measurement guide tool. You know it's drilled all the way through if you see plastic when the drill bit backs out. Make sure to drill a pilot hole every time if you're using thin, cheap wood. It will definitely split if you don't. We're going to install the second bracket on top of the base to act as a front stop for the laptop. It's going to be sitting at an angle on the wall and needs to be very secure. Once we decided how the laptop would sit against the back wall, I cut a few more pieces of wood and went with angled supports. These will sit flush against the wall so we don't lose clearance underneath the shelf. Again, we're drilling pilot holes and using 3-inch screws for the supports to guarantee things are nice and secure. The 3-inch screws will most likely go all the way through the wood, but that's what metal wheels are for. These 2 pieces will hold all the weight of the laptop, so I want to ensure the screws holding them sink in as far as possible. As expected, the 3-inch screws did go all the way through, so it's time to let the sparks fly. After seeing it on the wall, it was time to add color, and instead of taking it off the wall, we're doing it the Messy Moto way. Oh yeah, we should probably cover everything. I should also be wearing a mask. Thankfully, the fan cleared the fumes out the garage door nicely. I wanted to take this moment to talk a little bit about what the Messy Moto Garage channel is going to be about, what the future looks like, and where it's going. Currently, it's been woodworking projects because we're building the garage out and getting it ready for all of our projects. Some are already currently happening over at my stream. I'll link that down in the profile. But I'm streaming daily, working on these, collecting the content, and then putting it up to YouTube. but we're working on the 2006 Ducati 749. We're rebuilding that from the bottom up after its 18,000 mile service. It had a big bearing blowout, so we had to clean out the engine, new bearings, new everything. I'm still waiting on quite a few parts from Italy, so that'll take some time to get here. We're also in the mix of repairing the Kawasaki carburetor, getting that all cleaned up. It was incredibly gunky, and we're going to have a video on that. And then the next few videos after that, or even before, might feature a few of my favorite products in the garage and things I love to bring with me when I'm riding on the motorcycle to stay safe and just know that I'll be able to get home when I need to get home. So I really appreciate all the help, all the support, everything that everybody's been showing. Thank you for the likes, the subscribes. Hit it again if you will. And we'll see you next time. And that's it for today. With everything done, the wiring could finally be organized. We do have a week or two before the rest of the engine parts come in for the Ducati. Then we can finally dig into that project. For now, have a great week, everyone. Moto out.